Oh, it's all right. Anything on the lives is going to have a bit of a delay. Hey, guys. So, welcome back to the Shaving Tulsa and Shave Den. Happy to be hanging with you guys tonight. This was actually all of Tiff's idea.
Well, I stole it maybe from some YouTubers.
Idea...
Stole is heavy. I just, took it off their idea.
Well, the idea is unique to wet shaving. I don't know if anyone's done anything quite similar to this, but totally her idea. So if it's a stupid idea, it's not my fault.
Okay, sure.
Well, all right. Escalated a little quick. But guys, I can see your comments down below. Tiff is actually following on her phone, so that way we can see what you guys are commenting. So if there's a bit of a delay, we apologize. But we are looking at your comments. We're going to be going through that. But just as a quick update on the channel, and of course this is a great time for you guys to chat amongst yourselves. That's what part of these lives are for. But I want to catch up with you guys and kind of give you an update on what's going on with the Shaving Tulsa page. Profile, channel, etc. So, if you haven't seen on the news, Oklahoma has been through some severe weather, tornadoes, hail, flooding, everything the past week. It's kind of caused a bit of a problem here as I've been up really late, sometimes till 12, 1 a.m., just hiding in a bathtub waiting for the tornadoes to pass over us. We've had a few really close calls here, but nothing quite as what's been going on in El Reno, Oklahoma City, and of course Tulsa as well. There was a tornado that swept through last night again after we got a brief break from tornadoes. So that was intense.
Yeah, they said the last night's storm wasn't supposed to be severe, but
it formed a cell.
Then I woke up from a tornado warning saying to take shelter. So that was fun. That was amazing.
So we've been trying to get through that. I've been wanting to post some podcast material, but honestly with that combined to we're doing a new project at work. So what that's caused me to do is I'm getting there very early and clocking in. I'm staying late and assisting with these projects. So by the time I get home, the one thing I want to do is lay down and just chill. Veg. Or I want to shoot a video, but I just end up shaving and not actually recording the video. So I've actually recorded my re-review, at least the shaving portion of it for the Ginger's Garden soap. I just haven't done the voiceover work and stuff like that yet. So that is coming. I do plan on releasing that soon. So just stay tuned, guys, for that. And I also hope the music isn't too loud. If it is too loud...
I don't know. It's loud for me.
Let me know. Well, the thing is it's coming in from the back end, so it's going to be really soft as it's coming around.
Okay.
But if it is too loud, let us know. We'll go ahead and turn the music down. Building ambience and all that fun stuff. Actually, I'll probably turn it down one notch. But, guys, we've got some wine. What is it, Frank?
I see Tip, but why is Ron Jeremy here?
Right?
I like your stash.
She likes the facial hair, even if it's just a mustache. This allows me to shave a little bit better. One of the reasons why I shaved was I kept getting a lot of feedback on the 316 video that I did as far as the review. People were like, well, who are you to do a review? Why are all the people that are, have beards receiving these exclusive products and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, dude, come on. I've got more product here than most wet shavers out there, definitely more than the casual shavers out there. And I've got a lot of really exclusive razors, good equipment, and we still need to trim and keep ourselves neatly groomed if we have a beard as well.
I'm just gonna step right in. As a woman who loves bearded men, the thing I do not like is an unkept beard. That will turn me off more than anything. So it's either a well-kept beard or nothing. Mm-hmm. And so you gotta shave. You gotta keep that trim. So I don't really understand it. Plus, when the beard smells good with the soap and
once it takes in the product and stuff, which is something that I do is that when I have facial hair, I do apply the soap over the facial hair as well. I like it to seep in. I like the skin underneath to get the benefits of that product. And I think it helps absorb some of the scent and keep it a little bit longer than just being on the skin. It's just an idea. I don't even know if that's true, but that is something that I like to do. Plus, I apply the beard balm, beard oil, that sort of thing, which also helps for added fragrance. But this at least allows me to have more of an area to shave, to showcase some of these razors and products to you guys while I can still keep my facial hair. So it works. but it also makes me look like Ron Burgundy or, Bob's Burger Guy or, Ron Swanson, a couple other people, which all cool people, by the way.
I was about to say, it's not like a bad thing, but...
Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to look at the chat and see how everyone's
feel free
doing. But...
A lot of people have been saying hi. People I don't
guys,
know.
How's it going? No, you're fine, hon. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm just peeking through, seeing what you guys are posting here. But for tonight, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be taking some soaps. And I'm going to be guessing the fragrance of these soaps, so I'm not going to know which soap she's handing on over to me. I do know the pool of soaps that she has chosen from.
There's 10 soaps.
There's 10 soaps overall. I'm going to have to guess the fragrance of each soap. I'm going to have to guess the name of each soap.
Yes.
And then she has taken a scoop of each, combined them into 5 soaps.
With 2 soaps each
right.
together. Yes.
So I'm going to have to guess which 2 soaps are combined in that single mixture. So it's going to be interesting.
So, and he's going to close his eyes and I'll show you guys which one it is. He's got a list here. I feel like it was going to be, he has so many soaps. So I felt like it was going to be hard for me to just pick soaps and be like, well, which one is it out of like the 100 that you have? So I picked 10 and gave him the names so that way, he has a base. And then I also mixed the soaps. I feel like I made some pretty good concoctions, but it's pretty fun. And then I think you said whichever. Do you want to do whichever one you get right, or do you want to do whichever one you like the best you're going to shave with?
Whichever one I end up liking the best, I'm going to shave with. The combination of the 2. So the combination of the 2 that she made, I'm going to end up making a shave for that. So something I've always wanted to do is combine 2 soaps together and then shave with that. Some people have done that. I have not, personally. I haven't even shaved with Jekyll and Hyde yet, which is a combination of 2 different soap fragrances. But something else I wanted to showcase to you guys too. So I did get a couple of new things in the den. One of those is the limited edition The Holy Black Buffalo Horn and Silver Tip Badger brush. This is a fantastic brush. It's actually quickly rising to the top of some of my favorites of my other brushes. It's really dense silver tip knot. It holds a ton of lather. It's extremely soft. Once you soak this with water and you lather it up, this thing is like insanely soft on your skin. Now, it's not quite as soft as this. This is probably the softest brush that I have, and it's insanely soft. This is the Solar Flare by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is probably my I hate to say favorite because it changes so often. This is probably my preferred brush right now. I really like this one because the vintage handle looks really cool. Of course, it's not actually vintage. It's based off of another brush, I think an Erskine. But really beautiful. It feels like you're being kissed by angels when you lather this sucker up. Not kissed by me? Nah, angels.
Oh, wow.
What does that mean? We don't know. But I also tried something different today. So you guys know I have a Stolly Live Blade. This is a clockwork mechanism inside the handle. So when you twist it up, you can hear it. It vibrates. And the original head, the Stolly Live Blade head, actually has 2 springs on either side that allow it to shake from side to side. Now the head still vibrates, even though this is a prismatic head, but I found that it still did what it was advertised to do, which the vibration, the idea of that is to go over irregularities in the skin, so that way you're not cutting bumps or skin tags, other things like that. And I felt like I got a really, really smooth shave out of this. So I really like this format. I'm going to test this out again tomorrow to see if it's going to become maybe my go-to. But I really like this combination. And the handle is not as unintuitive as you would think to use. I really like this handle. And I've actually got another clockwork vibrating type razor handle coming in that a friend of mine on one of the Facebook pages showed me. So I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, the only thing is that there's no real way to stop the vibration because it just got to kind of run its course. But a couple other things. Of course, you guys know I have the Carve Christopher Bradley razor. Really like this. As far as probably the best machined razors, you guys know I really like the 316. This one, though, is probably the best feat of engineering I own personally. The way that everything fits, pairs together, the way that it looks, it's just a very beautiful, very wonderful, nice, all-inclusive package. Definitely check these out. I think it's the D plate. I've also received from Reyes Restores this. Now, I will say he did send me this. It's
Sorry, I didn't know what
Chatillon Lou, and it is Biblio. It was kind of an exclusive, very limited release. He didn't really care for it, and so I took him up on it. I probably have never hated a fragrance as much as I've hated this.
Really?
Now, preface this, the reason why I was interested in this is because the site described it as a scent that was supposed to smell like old books, right? And I was like, oh, well, one of my fondest memories was with my dad when we would be walking through the mall. Him and I have always shared a love for literature. And when you're walking through the mall, you can smell a bookstore from a mile away. And that's usually a very welcoming, very warming, kind of scent. It's very nice. I really like that scent. And I'm like, that could be really interesting. This smells nothing like that. This is...
I want to.
And I've heard Chatillon Lou the dry down is where it's at, but I accidentally got some on my hands.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. It's not out on the thing anymore. I dried it off, but it is not a good scent. And I've heard a lot of people feel that way with Chatillon Lou. I have Lamplight Penitence. I like that better than I like this, and that one is also a very odd scent. I think the dry down on that one is much better. I actually like the dry down on that one, but that did kind of make me nervous about trying any more Chatillon Lou fragrances.
Well, I mean, the problem I think with that is that that's very potent. It smells like maybe like a college party drinking.
It does
in a library, like tequila.
It kind of does.
Not alcohol,
like a frat party,
but like a frat party in a library.
Instead
of like if you did like a coffee type, like a
if you did, because you usually associate, like in a bookstore, you might think cafe. In a bookstore, you've got this combination of parchment and coffee. That would be really interesting. I would like to see someone explore that more, because that is a scent that does harken back to good memories for me. Kind of similar to Talbot Cole's Pond, which that has a really cool backstory, and that harkens back to other memories as well. But I do like strong scents. I do like strong fragrances, but that one was not for me.
We agree with that.
Anyways.
Are we about ready to... Oh, you
yes, there's one more thing.
Oh my gosh.
I have been carrying around...
is that what I like?
Yes. This is John Frum. This is the Solid Cologne. These are the little... if you choose to pick these up, the containers are really cheap from PAA. But he'll include these if you place them in your cart as well. But this allows you to carry your Solid Cologne with you. You guys remember my review, I did mention that. This is a nifty way for carrying those around, just a little plastic container, or you can buy separately on Amazon those little metal tin mint kind of tubs that you can just apply the Solid Cologne in there. That works really well. But I carry this with me almost daily to work, and I've actually been using Future Fiction, which is one that he just sent to me, and this is probably my favorite fragrance that he's made in a Solid Cologne yet. It's very refreshing, very nice, very cologne-y. So it's something that you think of when you think of a cologne type scent, but it's very unique. I haven't smelled anything like it. I really enjoy it, and I really want to use and see more of that, and something a little bit more potent with more projection, which Solid Colognes are not meant for projection. They're meant for more intimate spaces, but EDP would be really nice in that.
Someone asked, is that sample called Magician JR?
Oh, I think he's talking to Reyes.
Oh, never mind.
But
I'm not paying any attention.
But yeah, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Let me just double check your comments real quick, make sure no one had any questions.
Brittany said hi.
Yo, Britt, what's up? Diddly daddly. He's talking about Flanders from The Simpsons.
Yeah, okay.
Diddly doodly diddly. Fiddly diddly.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I think your stash looks good. It's very thick and nice. Someone.
Y'all are ridiculous. I love you.
There was like a famous. There's an actor or something that had a stash, but it's like like high school boy stash, and it was not cute. Anyway, okay, so you ready?
We're gonna get into this. I'm gonna completely close my eyes.
Well,
I don't
let's
have.
Tell them what we.
All right, yes. So we've got a couple of fragrances on the table here that we're gonna she's gonna bring up to me, and I'm gonna try to smell them and identify the fragrance. She's gonna show you guys what it is, and then hopefully I'm gonna be right. I also have some Folgers Classic Roast. This will be so I can clear my olfactory palette. That way I can go ahead and move on to the next fragrance and kind of not be, mixed up with the previous fragrance. So I've got this wonderful stuff nearby, and I've got some wine. We're good to go.
Yeah.
But I'm going to read you guys off the fragrances that are going to be in here tonight, and those that I don't know which are going to be mixed up with which. I just know that these fragrances are on the table. We've got Atomic Pumpkin by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Bay Rum by Sterling Soap Company. We have Don Marco by Razor Rock. You guys know how much I like that fragrance, just not the performance of the soap. Sunlit Forest by Paragon Shaving. Cedar Citron by Wet Shaving Products. I have Ike by Strike Gold Shave. Dickens, Barrister and Man. Nomad by Zingari Man. Lavender Creeper, The Holy Black. And John From, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. So those are the fragrances we have on the table. Again, I don't know what's been mixed with which.
Well, first you're going to guess which one.
But right now, I'm just going to be guessing the individual fragrances in the tubs. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm not going to look at all, and we're going to go from there. Yes. So we'll get started.
Yes.
I will close my eyes, take off my glasses so you guys know I'm not just fiddly-diddly-daddling. Okay. And we'll go.
So this one, I'll just make sure.
Make sure I've got the coffee. There's the coffee.
I'll hand you the coffee. Okay, this is the first one. Okay. I'll show them.
We were gonna find a. Is it in front of me?
Yes.
Oh, that's definitely John From.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, buddy. All right, gotta cleanse that olfactory palate, if that's even a word or a thing. Oh, that definitely helps. That clears that John From right away.
Okay. Now this is the second one. Show you guys.
All right. That is Nomad by Zingari Man.
Okay, I don't know, should I tell you if you get them right or not? Because
that's not right, is it? No, wait. Let me sniff it again. That's Dickens. Dickens?
Well, I'm not gonna, how about right now? I'm not going to tell you if you get it right or wrong.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Because then you can guess. So is Dickens your last guess?
Dickens is my last guess.
I'm not saying if it's right or wrong.
Right. We're not saying if it's right or wrong.
You have John From. I just got excited for you, but I think that would ruin it because then John From's off the table.
Right.
So,
right.
That's your guess. Okay. So here's number 3.
And I can change my thing, right?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's Cedar Citron. That is Cedar Citron. I recognize citrus anywhere. You guys know me in citrus.
I won't say whether you got it.
You don't have to. I know that one for a fact.
Okay. Here's 4.
Okay. Where are you?
I'm showing it to them first.
I'm just sniffing in the air. I just sniff your arm. I'm like, ooh. That is Sterling Soap Bay Rum. I don't recognize Bay Rum anywhere, too. Very distinct scents. Bay Rum, barbershop kind of scents, citrusy scents.
Okay, here's number 5.
Okay. That is the Holy Black Lavender Creeper. Recognize lavender too. See, very distinct scent notes in certain fragrances or certain soaps. That's definitely one of those.
Okay, number 6.
I was trying to sniff the air. Oh, that is Atomic Pumpkin by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I think I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, here is number 7.
I think I'm doing okay. I almost forgot to cleanse my palate. Let me
cleanse your palate. Oh, sorry. Can you show it longer in the... Yes, I can. See, you're getting impatient and they're mad at me.
I like sniffing things. No, man, that's Dickens. Dadgummit. All right, I'll know why the last one, whether that other one was Nomad or not. That's Dickens, for sure. Very holiday, Christmassy scent.
Okay, here is 8.
Oh wait, I gotta cleanse my palate. I'm sitting here beating on it like a drum. Okay.
8.
Oh, that is Sunlit Forest by Paragon Shaving. Beautiful green, fresh, slightly citrusy with the blood orange. Ah, wonderful. Guys, if you haven't tried Sunlit Forest by Paragon Shaving, I can always recommend that fragrance. It's a wonderful fragrance.
Okay, here is number 9. I'm showing it to them first.
Coffee.
I'll also show you guys the 2 that I've mixed together, so that way you know. Okay, here's 9.
Oh, that's Razor Rock Marco Polo. Marco Polo by Razor Rock. That Neroli fragrance. Neroli and bergamot, I think. Or serves me right.
Here is number 10. This one's a little different, but...
Oh, that's definitely Nomad. That's Nomad by Zingari Man, 100%. I don't know what that other fragrance was.
Okay, so that was number 2.
Right.
So let me give it to you again.
Okay. All right, I'll sniff it again.
This is number 2.
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Coffee. I know that fragrance. Why can I not guess that fragrance? Let me sniff it again.
Yes.
So I guess it's going to take forever. I almost want to lick it.
Ew.
I'm trying to figure out what it is. I don't know what it is. Dadgummit.
Okay, so
I'll figure it out.
Let's just go through. Okay, first one, you can open your eyes.
Okay.
First one was John From. You got that one right. That was number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is Ike. You just forgot.
Dadgummit.
You just
8 and
forgot.
Bob. Of course that's the one I couldn't figure out. Dadgummit.
But you got number 3, which was the Cedar Citron. 4 was Bay Rum. Whoops. 5 was Lavender Creeper.
Okay.
6 was Atomic Pumpkin. 7 was Dickens. 8 was Sunlit Forest. 9 was Don Marco. And 10 was Nomad. So you actually got all of them but 1. I am pretty impressed, honestly.
Not too
But
bad.
that wasn't the hard part. The hard part is next.
Yes, the
So
hard
where
part
you
is
have
going to
to
be what's
do-
coming up. So we're going to
Yes.
see how that's going to go.
You have to do the 2 together. So take a drink of wine.
Yes. This is going to be hard. I think it's going to be hard. It might be easier than I think. Now that I recognize Ike, I think it might be a little bit more easy. I'm surprised it took me so long. Or I never even guessed it, but I'm surprised I never did.
You did good. Okay, so I'm gonna show them the 2, and then because basically what I've done, you guys, is I've put the combinations and I've mixed them together pretty well into these little containers, and I'm gonna have him sniff it, but I'm gonna show you the 2 first. Now, like for instance with Nomad, I think this was like a sample she gave, so I was like, this is it, here you
Right.
go. But and for the Lavender Creeper, he's got a nice top, but I didn't want to maybe
Mess
break
with ceramics.
it. Yeah, and I figured if I was taking it off, you would hear it was ceramic. You got it anyway, but I was like trying to make
It's
it
true.
a little harder, so like it's got a really nice top.
You guys know the Holy Black Lavender Creeper. You guys know
Yeah.
that sucker's nice.
So, but Nomad is just this is a sample, but I like Zingari's Man stuff, so I wanted to include it. But anyway, so these are the 2 together. Okay, so I'm gonna show them first. And does he have wine in the mug? Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes, we both have wine, so we're having fun. Okay, so now it's time to close your eyes.
Okay. And now I've got to guess the mixes.
Now the mix, yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show them the 2 first.
Grab this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show them the 2 first that I put together, and then you're gonna guess. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the first combo out of 5. Okay. So here is number 1.
There's definitely Ike in there.
Okay. So that's one you think is in there.
That is mixed up really well.
It smells good, right?
It does smell good. I'm guessing it's Sunlit Forest.
Okay.
Not 100% sure though.
That's fine.
It's either Ike and Sunlit Forest or Ike and Dickens, maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
So that was number 1.
Okay.
Okay. Number 2 is these two. I'm showing them first. I mean, this, you know. Okay. So this one is number 2.
There's definitely John Frum in there.
Do you like the combo?
I do like the combo.
You can grab it if you want.
And Nomad. John Frum and Nomad.
All right.
It smells really nice. I really like that combination.
I'm telling you, I made some good combos. Okay, so this is the third one. Let me show them first. Do I have it? Oh, I had it kind of upside down. Okay, so this is the third one.
Dickens. That's Dickens and Sunlit Forest.
Okay.
That's what that is. That smells really good together too.
Okay. Here's number 4, and I'm going to show them first. Okay. So here's number 4.
Sorry. Wine.
All the wine.
Ooh, that's nice. That's Sterling Soap Bay Rum. And Atomic Pumpkin. Yeah, that's Bay Rum and Atomic Pumpkin.
Okay. Now for the last one. It's number 5. I'm going to show them first.
Which, something to keep in mind, Atomic Pumpkin actually has Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Bay Rum DNA with a pumpkin spice additive. Plus, you mix that with the Sterling Soap Bay Rum. I'm almost 100% sure that's what that was. And that's what you get, which is really nice.
All right, here is number 5.
Oh, dadgummit, come on. Oh, come on. This is Sterling Soap Bay Rum. I'm guessing...
They're all pretty good mixes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's weird how a lot of these I can pull out a specific soap,
Yeah,
but I
just
can't
at
pull
least
out
one.
both.
Yeah.
And a lot of certain scent fragrances are stronger than others. So you've got like a Bay Rum, which is a very strong, specific scent. If you've got another fragrance in there, sometimes it can be...
Okay, but there are 2.
Yeah, there are 2, and I just can't... I can't pick up the other scent note. It's all I'm smelling is Bay Rum.
I can kind of get the other one just a bit. But it is faint. Because if that was just
It's Sunlit
Bay Rum,
Forest. Bay Rum and Sunlit Forest is what that one is. Which would pair well together if that's exactly what it is. Bay Rum and an oak moss, blood orange, fern kind of scent, a green scent, go really well together.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you want to know?
Can I smell the one
You want to smell the first one first?
smell the one that I got wrong? The first one I got wrong. I guess that tells too much.
Yeah.
Go to number 2. What was number 2?
Well, I don't want to tell you.
No, I mean, like, can I smell number 2?
Oh, you want to smell number 2?
Yeah. See if I can guess it again. I think it was number 2.
Number 2.
Okay. Bringing out the Folgers.
Number 2 was.
Don't tell me yet.
No. I'm showing them. It's these 2.
That is Lavender Creeper and John Frum.
Okay, so that's what you're changing it to?
That's what I'm changing it to. Okay. And I'll just leave the others as is.
Okay.
I know some are wrong, but...
Okay, so number 1. So
can I open my eyes?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So number 1, smell it again real quick. Where's number 1? Oh, number 1 was this one.
That's definitely Ike.
Yeah, so Ike is one of them.
I can't pull up the other scent now. The only thing I'm smelling in here is Ike.
You guessed Sunlit Forest,
Uh-huh.
but there's also
Cedar Citron, of course.
Citron in
It's
there.
the woody note in that I am smelling on top of Ike. They blend well together. It makes sense for a
remember
woody
that was the one
citrusy
that I was
note.
like, oh, I just made a real good combination.
That
was
makes
the one.
sense. There's no
Yeah.
that explains why I couldn't smell the cedar citron is because they blend so well together. But there's definitely an added cedar
But
citron
you
note
got-
once you know it's there.
Yeah, you guessed Ike and Sunlit Forest at first.
Dadgummit. So
no,
I
that's
guessed
okay.
a green woody scent.
Yes, you
kind.
did. You did. Okay, so the second one was John Frum. You were right. And Nomad, you guessed it right the first time, and you changed it to
God.
Lavender Creeper. So you
Dadgummit.
only got half on that one because you changed it. But you were right the first time. It was John Frum and Nomad. You want to smell it again?
Yeah.
See if you can smell those two now. Yeah, you might have to like kind of warm them up. Now John Frum
Yep.
is like really
Yeah.
soft.
I could totally
And then-
smell it now. I can
then-
smell that creeping lavender
Yeah.
with John Frum, which again pairs really well. Maybe she should be making soaps. Lavender and the John Frum DNA smell so good together. And it makes sense. It really does. That smells really good.
Yeah.
That musk and the lavender, really good.
Yeah. I thought that was the second one. I was like, well, I just made another one. I just made another good because he was in the other room.
It was
and
hilarious. I was in
doing
the other room and she kept shouting, "Oh, look at that! God smells good."
this. I felt like a
Okay.
scientist for like a little bit.
Little mad scientist of soaps.
No, I can't make soaps. Making soaps is hard. Okay,
Right.
so number 3, smell number 3 first.
Just one second. I want to say hi to
Oh.
DJ. DJ Bob, what's up? Tom went back to being Bob for Bob's Burgers. Yo, guys,
Oh,
or
you meant
you meant
Yeah.
Tim? Yeah. I did go back to the Bob's Burgers stash, the 70s, 80s man stash, Rod and Burgundy.
So this was number 3.
Right, and that's definitely Dickens.
Yes.
Did I get the other scent note wrong?
Yes. You
Okay.
guessed Dickens and Sunlit Forest. It was Don Marco and Dickens.
Yep, there it is. There's the Neroli.
Maybe you
Come
should have put it
on,
on your,
man.
Maybe you should have put it on your fingertips.
Well, Neroli is a very citrusy kind of scent, and so that blends again really well with Christmas. When you got Christmas, you've got the Dickens scents that are in there, like I think there's juniper berry in there. There's a couple other things that are in here. It blends really well, and it smells really good. Again.
I'm making good ones, right? So you
Yeah.
got half there.
Okay.
Okay, now number 4. Do you want to smell number 4 again?
Sure.
Yeah, mix.
Sorry, I'm not looking at the
No,
list.
no,
I'm
no,
looking
no.
at the soaps.
No, you're good. So you got half of this one right when you first guessed it. You got Atomic Pumpkin right. It's got
Yeah.
Atomic Pumpkin. And you guessed Bay Rum with it, but that's not right.
That's not right.
We
no.
know you. Yeah.
I want to say Sunlit Forest.
No,
No, don't say it. I don't know.
It's got Lavender Creeper in there.
Oh, well, there was another one that had Lavender Creeper in it, right?
No.
You
Nope.
sure? Because
Yes.
there was another one that I was like, oh, that
No, you
lavender.
guessed number 2. You second guessed yourself. Number 2 was John Frum and Nomad. And you guessed that at first, and then you guessed John Frum and Lavender Creeper. But it wasn't right.
Oh, okay. I thought we said just a second ago that was right. So
No,
John
no.
Frum and lavender do smell really well together because of the lavender and the musk, but completely X out me going into that diatribe about how that was right when that had actually nothing to do with the soap. But
Maybe we should put them together.
right.
But yeah, number 4 was Atomic Pumpkin and Lavender Creeper together.
Ah.
So you got half of that one.
Interesting.
Now number 5. Smell number 5 one more time.
That's definitely Sterling Soap Bay Rum.
Yep, you got Bay Rum right. You got this one right.
And this is Sunlit Forest.
Yes. It's Bay Rum and Sunlit Forest. You got that one all right.
Yeah.
So together you got 3 points
Ugh.
out of 5. So
Oh.
with all the half points.
Man.
So I think that's pretty good.
See,
for two
a lot
together.
of them, once I started actually rubbing them on my fingers,
you might
I
have
got
had to kind of
that.
activate it.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
guess activating it is the right word. But that was really interesting. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, you did pretty well. So which one was your favorite? Which one was your favorite mix? I know you liked number 1 and number 2.
Right. That's number 4. Number
one and number
1. I do like that one.
Yeah. So that one is the Cedar Citron and Ike.
I'd say number 2.
Number 2, which is the John Frum and Nomad, which you got right the first time.
It's a really interesting combination.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So is that the one you're gonna shave with?
I mean, we got so many really creative scents in here.
Yeah. I don't think any of them were bad.
No, none
I
of them
think
were bad.
probably the worst one was the Bay Rum and Sunlit Forest, simply because I took all the 10 because I just kept the same 10 and paired them the way I thought they smelled good, but then I was basically at my last 2. And I was
Number
like,
4
well,
was Lavender Creeper and what?
and Atomic Pumpkin. I really liked those 2 together too.
I think I'm going to go with this one.
Yeah, number 4.
Yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah.
The Atomic Pumpkin and Lavender Creeper. Yeah,
We're
but
gonna do
I
that.
got all of them. Like I said,
All of them were really good.
5 I think is the not the worst, but
Because it does
it's just
work.
not-
It does
it's-
smell really
yeah,
good.
it's not the best pairing, I don't think. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I was at the end and I was like, oh, I guess these are the ones I gotta pair together because they're the ones I haven't used.
Right.
So because I didn't want to do repeats, I didn't want it to be like that hard.
Right.
So anyway, that
But
was
yeah.
the game. You did really good.
That was the game. I did all right.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
So at the very beginning, I could guess virtually all
Yes.
of the main fragrances.
The only one you didn't get was Ike.
The only one I didn't get was Ike.
That was the
Bummer.
only one.
I guess it
So
means I need
9
to
out
use
of 10.
Ike more.
I like Ike.
I
so.
like it. But yeah.
And to be fair, I picked soaps that I liked. So, I mean, I don't dislike a lot of your soaps, but I picked like some of my favorites.
Right.
So, I mean,
Which she does typically like a lot of bay rum kind of scent.
Mm-hmm.
She does like citrusy scents on me as well. Hence, she got me the lemon number 1999 from Bath and Body Works, which smells wonderful for lemon
Yeah.
scents. It's a bummer they got rid of their lemon line, but you can get it on the secondary market pretty
Yeah.
cheap, so it's not too bad.
but I was thinking if I mean, we did the soaps, but we could also maybe do aftershaves too. I don't know how different it'd be because there's a lot of the same scents for soaps and aftershaves.
That one I'm not sure. That we would need probably a dropper.
Dropper.
You know,
Well, we could get a dropper.
yeah. And
'Cause
then
then I would
we would need to
waste-
figure out
I would
a way to
waste.
clean that out each thing though, because the dropper will absorb the scent a little bit each time you use it.
Yeah. Well, you'd only need to mix it. You'd only need 5.
Yeah. I guess we can
Droppers.
get 5 droppers. They're
Yeah,
cheap
they're
pieces of
cheap.
plastic.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, guys, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. We'll definitely be using, what was it, number 4?
Yeah. So that one was
Lavender
Bay Rum-
Creeper
oh,
and
sorry.
Atomic Pumpkin.
Atomic
right?
Pumpkin and Lavender
Yeah.
Creeper. Yeah.
That
Also
one's gonna be
my other
fun. Too. Some of my more favorite fragrances. But yeah, so that's the status of things, guys. Again, I do apologize for the lack of content on YouTube, my podcast. I do plan on posting that. Maybe I'll even do some of it over Memorial Day. I don't think we have a lot of plans considering all the crazy weather we've been having. It's kind of ruined a lot of people's plans here in Oklahoma.
Yeah, and they've said that maybe Tuesday we might get some severe weather.
Yeah, we might be getting worse weather, so we'll see what happens. But like I said, I've already got a lot of it pre-recorded and good to go. I just need to do the voice editing. I need to sit in front of the camera, do the intros and the outros on after the actual shave. Shout out to Eric Shaves. Thank you again, buddy, for sending me a lot of atomizers. So we got a whole bunch of stuff here to continuously try out. I'm just currently, as you guys know, I'm going through Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements aftershave samples to figure out which ones I actually want to buy, add to my collection. I'm moving more towards, hopefully, aftershaves instead of both the soap and the aftershave. It's one, cheaper that way. Two, most of the fragrance that I get after the shave and walking around and going to work is from the aftershave splash. So one of the requirements for me is that it has to be particularly long as far as longevity, how long it wears on you, and it has to project pretty well. Because honestly, when I first jumped into the wet shaving game, I did it because of aftershaves. I did it because I wanted an added layer of fragrance, and I always wanted to have that same experience where if you passed by me in the mall or you passed by me at work, you weren't offended by the scent, which I've never felt like I've offended anybody. But I didn't ever want to feel like I had like an overpowering fragrance, but I wanted you to enjoy the sensation of passing by someone that smells really, really, really nice. And so that's why I jumped into this whole thing. So I actually did aftershaves before I even did actual spray-on fragrances, colognes, EDPs, EDTs, that sort of thing. So I'm kind of getting back to that. I'm trying to choose my base soap. So there's a soap that I want to utilize with all of them. So far, the Senseless has performed really, really well. I've really enjoyed that. This is a fragrance-free soap. So if you ever want to pair your aftershaves with just a soap and you want good performance, try out the Senseless. He does have this in a sample. This is really nice. It's completely fragrance-free. There's no fragrance to this whatsoever. And the nice thing is I've started pairing that with the Mysterium Serum, which this makes my face ultra soft. Absorbs right into the skin. I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. This is one of the few products that he actually has on his website that has 100% satisfaction guarantee, and that I think you can either send it back or he'll give you store credit to get something else. I can't remember exactly, but this is really good stuff. For those of you that want something to pair with your aftershaves that doesn't take away from the fragrance, but adds to the post-shave, this is some really good stuff to look into. It makes your skin feel really, really nice. It's got a whole bunch of sorts. Yeah, it's Sasquatch, which is a kind of an Oklahoma thing. But I really enjoyed tonight. I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm going to be testing out, posting about. I've got my Occam's razor, which I've had a mixed bag with that. I'll be getting more into that in the review, but I received 2 razors from Classic Shaving Company, I think is the name. And one is the Occam's razor, the single edge Occam's Orin. And I have yet to have a really comfortable, nice shave with that. It uses the Artist Club blades. That's been kind of an unfortunate thing. I also received the stainless steel safety razor from them, which is completely different than their original concept art, which was a bummer because I was hoping for something new on the market, and this is just, it looks like a DE89 but stainless. Some of you will love that. Out of the 2, that shaves better. It's a lot more of a mild, comfortable shave, so a lot of you would really like to have something like that in stainless. I think the retail on that is currently for sale for $54.99. For a stainless, that's not too bad. That's the only one of the 2 I can recommend from personal experience. Again, I'll be doing a full video on that. I'm not sure when the next release is going to be on the podcast. I'm going to be doing that hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to try to get everything knocked out tomorrow, just get it done, out of the way. That way I can focus on the next projects coming up and stuff like that. But I do plan on doing another entry to the podcast. The podcast is probably the thing I enjoy the most out of everything. So the podcast is kind of like my baby. I do enjoy YouTube, and that's been doing better. I keep getting more subscriptions and stuff like that. The more you guys can subscribe and follow stuff like that, the more I'm inclined to post content. Again, thank you very much for the support I've gotten so far. But going back to the Occam's razor, you guys will see my full review on that again. I've used it several times, so I think I've got a pretty good take on that razor. The presentation, there were a number of problems between sending me faulty razor heads that didn't actually fit with the base plates, because it actually comes with 2 different heads, to packaging issues, to a couple other things. It was just kind of weird. Finishing issues too, some cosmetic problems, which when you're buying any product, those are things you want to know. And I did let them know beforehand, when I was going to receive this product, that I would be doing a review. I'd be sharing my full opinion. That's either a good or bad thing, because sometimes people will try to take extra precaution for that individual to send them the best product possible to make sure you get the best review. That was not the case here, I guarantee you that. The packaging for the Aurum was completely different than the packaging for the stainless steel safety razor from Occam. And I think Classic Shaving, this is their thing. It's not just some product that they're selling on their website. This is actually their razor, and from, I think, the Brothers Grimm. But anyways, I'll be posting a full review on that. I'll also be sharing more of my thoughts on this cool, nifty little thing. The Stolly Live Blade with a prismatic head on it. I really, really like this.
Is that the one that you said, I think this is the closest shave I've ever gotten? Was it that one?
That one was actually with the 316 paired with a Proback handle. The 316 gave me the closest shave I've ever had. Today's shave, though, I was able to get almost as close. I mean, within a centimeter close. And that was using this combination here. And it was probably slightly more comfortable using this setup than the other. Part of that is because of the design of the prismatic. So one of the things I really like about this razor is you'll notice that the guard bar on here is nice and open. It's just one long open piece, not multiple slits or anything else like that. There's also a huge space between the blade and the opening, which you do not typically see on razors. For instance, something that has a more traditional guard like the Christopher Bradley, much smaller opening, much more prone to clogging. I could shave my mustache off with this razor and keep going because it will not clog. I shaved my beard off with the prismatic and it did not clog. And that's I don't know of any other razor that has done that for me, and it did it incredibly comfortably. I didn't cut my face or anything with that razor. And again, this was an item I bought. It wasn't sent to me. The prismatic was not just sent to me. I bought that razor, and it's probably my favorite next to the 316. 316 is a beautiful razor. Wonder of machining. But anyways, I want to say thank you again, guys. Let me see what's going on in the comments.
I've kind of been keeping track, but
I like that you guys like the podcast. So again, that's been one of the things that I have been most interested in doing. Personally, I'm driving to work. It takes me 30, 35, sometimes 40 minutes to get to work. And during that time, I listen to a lot of audio, so I listen to a couple podcasts. So I think it's great for those of you that really want to engage more in that respect. But, thank you, Britt. And Gentleman's Nod, I'm glad to see that you were dropping in the chat. I don't know if you're still here, but I will be receiving some products from Gentleman's Nod here very soon to go ahead and review, offer some feedback on it. Of course, I'll be sharing that with you guys as well. You might have seen Yoast to Coast. He recently did a product review on Gentleman's Nod as well as a showcase on the product. I think it's got some mandarin in there. It's got some tobacco in there. So it's some of my favorite fragrances combined into one. Real excited to see what that's going to be like. And I like the packaging on it and the labeling. But, JB, I didn't even see you in the chat, buddy. How's it going? If you're still here. But anyways, guys. Daggum. Not the best angle of me, though.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding.
Stop.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for dropping in. Tiff and I always like doing these together. The more I can get her involved and bring her in on things, the better it is. And I feel like that's the way that you should be engaging with your significant other with wet shaving. It's a lot easier to do more in wet shaving when you've got somebody that encourages you and backs what you're doing, but also acts as kind of a guard from doing too much. And Tiff does that for me.
Sometimes you gotta rest.
Yes, sometimes you gotta rest. Sometimes you gotta pump the brakes and just take a minute, take a breather. Everybody has that within wet shaving, within any hobby that you do, and you showcase product. But she's really good about supporting everything that I do here on the page, on the channel. Definitely bring in your significant other as much as possible. And I think a lot of people would like to hear varying opinions. So they like to hear yours, but maybe you bring in a guest speaker or somebody else and see what they have to say. I still need to get with JR. He and I are still on a go for the podcast. That was originally going to be the next episode, But with all the craziness that's happened this week, I haven't been able to talk to him on the phone, prefacing the actual podcast conversation. So that is still a plan. We'll see if it goes through or not. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go. Might even do my evening shave and then post that with this stuff.
Yeah, you gotta do.
Or I'll do this in the morning, one of the two.
No, do it now.
But-
Atomic Pumpkin and
Right.
Lavender Creeper.
Atomic Pumpkin, Lavender Creeper, guys. But thank you. You guys have a great night. Stay safe out there, especially if you're in
Yes.
Oklahoma or anywhere within Tornado Alley. Still some activity. I'm not a weatherman by any means, but just follow your radar and take the proper precautions because you don't want to suffer like a lot of Oklahomans have.
No, and Happy Memorial Day. too.
Happy
It's-
Memorial Day,
it's-
too. And thank you to all the veterans that follow the page. I know there's plenty of you out there. A lot of you that I've spoken with on a daily basis. And I have a lot of people in my family that have served.
My stepdad has served in the Air Force.
Yes. And we thank you so much for everything that you've done. We have the freedoms that we have the opportunities we have because of what you've chosen to do for this country. And again, this is not a weekend just to go out and have barbecues and as an excuse to be off from work. It's a time to remember the people that don't necessarily get to engage on holidays like this all that often. You know, they're overseas and they're away from their families. So take a minute and thank a veteran that you know. But thank you again, guys, for all the support and encouragement. Please stay tuned for future content. I'll be posting that here first to keep you guys informed of when something's coming out or when something was just released. And I will be talking to you later.
Bye. Someone said go Army.
All right.
My stepdad would be like, Air Force.